John was saying no, 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 not till the very
That's
last
right,
minute.
It's been all over the papers.
I think it probably has. But
Yeah.
if there is one song that makes me feel Christmassy and happy and maybe shed a little bit of a tear, it's Fairy Tale of New York. Morning, lads. I should say James Fernley, Jem Finer and Spider Stacey from the Pogues are here. And
Good morning.
It's still magic, isn't it?
I hope so.
Yeah, it still sounds lovely, actually. Just hearing it just then was, yeah, and seeing Kirsty and everything and Shane, it's great.
Kirsty and Shane, so that double whammy that we have all suffered. I think this is the first time we've spoken to you since you lost Shane. I mean, how are you all doing? Because it must be a massive readjustment in terms of friendships and life, but also for the band.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, well, I mean, he was a great friend and a brother, you know, before even the band and the music. Someone we knew going back way before the band, so it's a huge loss in that sense. I mean, as far as the band, in a sense, it's not such a loss because the music carries on and we weren't playing. But to lose such a friend is, it's hard.
It's a very hard thing. It was a very big hole, and, you know, he was an extraordinary person. Yeah. So, you know, I think part of what we want to do here is try to sort of, you know, we're kind of doing it for him as well. It's, you know, just bringing it all back to people.
Did you ever talk to him before he passed away about kind of life after Shane and what would happen? No?
No. No. We're always, I think, trying, you know, hoping that it wouldn't come to this. You know, I mean, like, he had been very ill for a very long time, so, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah, you know, you try to sort of... You move on, and when somebody's achieved such, you know, has created such momentous art, it's great if you can, if that has reached enough people and resonates with people to such an extent that you can actually sort of carry on and still sort of bring that to them.
And grief is such a personal thing, isn't it? And very often it's a reflection of how we felt about the person that we've lost. And I'm fascinated by Shane's funeral and the celebration that was, and those magical moments of, like, tears and joy, and how you all came together. And there was true joy in that church, wasn't there? Yeah. Look at this. I mean, it's phenomenal. A desperately sad moment, and still moments of happiness too. How much of a reflection of him was that?
The service.
All of it.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it was very much in the spirit of Shane. Yeah, it was. It had, you know, it had all the aspects. It had the sort of anarchy and chaotic aspects of Shane, and it had the deep, you know, spiritual side too.
I think the vicar got a bit of stick afterwards.
Oh, go on.
From priest.
The priest.
Sorry, sorry, I'm a Protestant.
Why? Because it got a bit leery, or?
Yeah, and also I forget what they're called when they handed over the Barry's Tea and the albums.
Oh, yeah.
There's a special word for that part of the...
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember, but I think there were some people above who what you mean? Looked a bit disdainful at what he
People
done.
above?
Well, in the hierarchy of
Like a boss.
The church? Or like
Yes.
the Pope?
The church.
Yeah, or heaven.
We might have got to the Pope.
I think the Pope would have been
I
fine
think the
with
Pope
it.
wouldn't have minded one bit.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
But in the sense of that being a moment of celebration, is that why you're able to tour now, basically? Because why, you know, you're able to take that music out on the road and share it again?
Well, I think it came from I mean, I don't know whose idea it was. I want to give it to you, Spider, for bringing together an iteration of the Pogues music that was given out to a lot of people to express each song in a different way to celebrate 40 years of the first album, and we're going to hand it over to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really actually the two people who came up with the whole thing were Tom Cole from Fontaines DC and this guy called Campbell Baum, who has this kind of music collective in London called Broadside Hacks. They were just doing a weekend of Irish music at the Moth Club, which is a little folk club in Hackney, and I think it occurred to them that it was 40 years since Red Roses for me had come out, and they got the idea of approaching me, seeing if I wanted to get involved, and it just it grew from there. So it actually came from outside the Pogues, really, this whole thing, and that it very quickly became apparent that it was too big to be contained in this little club. So we moved it to Hackney Empire over the road, and it just started taking off, and I could see then that this was going to be something that would. I knew obviously that it was going to be the 40th anniversary of Rum Sodom in the Lash was coming up next year, and
then the 40th anniversary of If I Should Fall for
well,
Christmas.
it follows.
We're going to be in our 80s before we're finished with this.
That won't stop you. That won't stop.
It never stops.
There's the greatest hits to think about as well.
and the best of the rest.
And for people, going back to talking
Box
about
set.
Shane, for people who are thinking, how do you tour? How do you do this without him? You have some very special guests joining you along the way.
We do.
Yeah, we have some really fantastic people. We aren't going to tell you yet who they're going to be in May.
Stop.
No, well, we've got the same. Essentially, we have a house band and we have the singers. So the house band is actually going to be pretty much the same, as it is now. But the guest singers are going to be maybe something more of a rotating cast. We'll see what
Well, we
form
can
it
say who
takes.
the house band is, can't we?
We can
with
say who
Tom
the house
Cole,
band is.
Tom Collin and
Well, actually, I think Tom Cole might not be with us.
He is now.
Because I believe that Fontaine's DC are on tour, but we will have Dara Lynch from Lankham, and we'll have John Dermody, who's Lancom's drummer. There's a slew of people.
Room for
Holly
anarchy. I
Molyneux
think you're
from
leaving room for
Oakville.
anarchy, which is very important.
I don't know
Who knows?
about
Could
anarchy,
be
but
unpredictable, maybe.
yes, indeed, mayhem.
That's the word.
Yeah.
We'd
Mayhem.
expect
And the
nothing
tickets,
else.
and we'll say the tickets go out this Friday for the Rum Sodomy and the Lash iteration of the 40th
Love the way you
anniversary.
articulate the word sodomy.
The Pope will be complaining again. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. Great to see you. Good luck with the tour.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Lovely
Thanks very
to see
much.
you. Well done, lad.